Good afternoon, friends. Today we are going to Kings Island. Why don't you join us? All right, we have made it to Kings Island. We are here. We're in front of the Kings Island Theater. You can't see it. I promise we are. Anyway, we're here for the Grand Carnival. So we're going to be going ahead and trying all of these international treats here. We have our wristbands for fast lane, and I'm going to take you along with us. Here we go. All right, guys, we're in line for the first ride. What are we riding first?
Your mom.
My mom will probably watch this.
Good.
We're in line for Banshee. This is my favorite ride, one of them. Mystic Timbers is my second favorite, but here we go. What did you get?
Pork dumplings.
Pork dumplings, and this is from the China Pavilion, yes?
Yes.
Are they good?
Nah.
No?
They're alright.
Okay. Give us a sweet little eating shot. Oh, yeah. All right, so I got my first meal off of our tasting cards. So we got the 9 food tasting cards here. So I'm gonna start the first one. The first place I stopped at was India, and I ended up getting the vegetable pakora fritter with creamy cilantro sauce, and that is sweet potatoes and vegetables mixed with chickpea flour and fried golden brown. So I have some ready here that I'm gonna take a bite of and show you guys. So here it is. Maybe, there we go. Here we go. Mmm. That is really good. It has sweet potatoes. You can taste the sweet potato in it. It's got, I don't want to say spice because it's not spicy, but it's definitely, it tastes like Indian food. It's got some sort of Indian spice in there that it tastes just so good. The cilantro adds a lot of really good creaminess to it. I'd eat this again. In fact, I have 3 more fritters here to eat, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. All right, I got some butter chicken. And then we have, what is this, garlic chicken? That is literally the best chicken I've ever had in my whole life. This butter chicken is, it's okay. It's got some really good flavor. I think that the rice itself is a little bland. And then we got paella with seafood and sausage. It looks yummy.
Ron said it was good.
Yeah. So we stopped at the beer garden. We got the limited edition drinks here.
That would be the beer garden of
Absolutely, that. So we got the limited edition drinks here. We got the Giga Coaster Lager. So we're gonna try that. And then this, da-na-na-na, it's supposed to be blue, but it's really like a purpley brown color. This is the blue ice cream.
That girl has a shirt on says Park.
Oh my gosh, it's so good. Here, try this.
It's drier than I thought.
Okay, so just a
Park.
heads up, he does not like beer, so let's see what he thinks of it.
Oh God.
What flavors can you get out of that?
That's the beer garden of gross now. Turpentine, rotten seaweed, toe fungus.
There you have it. Me, on the other hand, I get blueberries and I get vanilla. So altogether, I give that one a thumbs up. I would drink that. So Ron had the blue ice cream beer. Ron, what do you think about it, and what flavors can you get from it?
There's some blueberry, there's vanilla. I get saccharin out of it, which I suspect that's from the wood of the barrel, such that I have to think that they use like new American oak or maybe even Hungarian oak. I don't know.
Ooh. Altogether, would you give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down?
I give it a thumbs up because it's drier than I expected and therefore way more refreshing on a warm day than I would have thought. I expected it to be more cooling. It's not at all.
All right, so the next one we're gonna try here is the Kings Island Giga Coaster. Now these are locally brewed here in, I think, Cincinnati. I'm not 100% sure, they're actually brewed here in Mason. So by the Sonder Brewing Company. So make sure to, there's the big thing right on the top. Make sure to check them out if you are interested. These are limited edition and you can only get these through this year. So do you wanna try it out first? This is a lager. This one I do not have the flavor.
Jesus Christ.
I do not have the flavor complex on this, so I don't know what it's supposed to taste like.
Would you say that is the Eagles of beer?
That is definitely the Eagles of beer. I've had a
Here we
rough
go.
night and I hate the fucking Giga Coaster, man.
Not the actual one. He actually really likes Orion.
I don't know, I feel like
This is very light. Normally with the lager, I expect it to be a little bit more heavy, so this is light and I really like it. Yeah, I can't give you any description on it because it doesn't have any kind of, flavor taste to it to me. It tastes like a lager beer, but light. So yeah. So, as you can tell, this is not the same day. After that last clip that I showed you, some things ended up happening at Kings Island, and I ended up leaving Kings Island very unhappy and in tears. Just to sum up what happened yesterday, we had some issues at the very beginning of our day getting into the park. We have platinum passes. We also have fast lane passes for the season. We have our drink plans, our food plan. The very first thing that we rode was Banshee, which ended up really just being the last thing we really rode. But when we went and we exited the ride, I tried to get our photo from the ride. They told me I did not have fun pics and proceeded to tell me in order for me to even get that, I would have to log into my account in front of them, which I did, and I showed them. They were like, oh, well, at first it said you didn't have fun pics, but now that you're logged in, it says you do. Whatever, they were able to add it on to my fun pics. Well, when we get outside and I check it out on my phone, the picture from the ride, it was locked. We immediately went up front to the customer service fun pics counter, and they were able to fix it pretty quickly. I appreciated them. They were awesome. After that, we were there for Grand Carnival, and we went to grab some drinks. We ended up waiting in about a 25-minute line to get our new cups for this year for our drink plan. When we got up to the front, the gentleman scans my pass for the drink pass and then proceeds to scan Mark's pass as well. And he says at that point that we don't have drinks on our plan. We don't even, there's nothing on there. So we had to leave that place that we were getting our drinks, go all the way to the front, go and talk to customer service. They were able to fix it. Awesome. We had to walk all the way back across the park to get our new cups, to get our drinks, after waiting in that 25-minute line for our drinks originally. After that, we go about our days. We got some drinks, the drinks that we showed you, and then we just walked around a little bit more and had fun and did the parade. And then when we were leaving, I had mentioned, hey, can we go into Emporium as well as the sweet shop to see, you know, what they had. And to be honest, we went into Emporium, and essentially what happened, I went in there because they have a deal going on right now with their Grand Carnival stuff. So essentially the deal is a t-shirt and a pin for $19.99. So I went in there and I was looking at their t-shirts, and it was either the sizes that they had were either too small or way too big. So I was like, oh, I guess I'll just skip the t-shirt and I'll just get the pin. And I'm waiting in line. It wasn't that long. It's about 10-15 minutes in line that I'm waiting, and it's my turn next, and I go up to get to the cashier, and a family comes out of nowhere and comes and puts their stuff on the register in front of me as I'm putting my stuff down. And I look at them and I say, hey, yeah, there's a line back there, and you know, there have been people waiting longer than you. At that point, the cashier looks at me, looks at the people, and then goes, you're gonna have to wait in line, speaking to me. And then helped the people that essentially cut the whole line. That right there started off like, my mood was okay until then, even with the mishaps before then. But this just, that's not okay. And we went into the sweet shop next. The sweet shop was so barren. There was barely anything. Like, they had 2 flavors for the cotton candy, and normally they have like a ton of different flavors. The only flavors they had were Alfredo and chives. That's it. They had like 1 flavor of their Rice Krispie marshmallow squares. They were just, a lot of things were sold out, so that was a little disheartening. We left there, and at that point Mark was like, look, I'm just ready to go home, and I was right there with him as well. We did have somebody with us from out of town that was visiting. He wanted to stay and watch the fireworks, and it was only about 5-10 minutes away. So we went ahead and we decided at that point, yes, we would stay. So we got to the very front, and they got a seat on the ground, and I looked over at the trading post, and I noticed that they had more of the Grand Carnival shirts there. I went in there and I looked around, and they had that shirt in my size. So I went ahead and I got the shirt, and I looked over, and they had another pin shirt deal where it was like, buy a shirt and the pin for a special price, and it was like a Kings Island 2021. And I just thought the pin was so cool, and they only had 1 size available. That size, not gonna cut it. It was not gonna fit me at all. There was no way. And I asked about it, and it was the only size they had. So they had like 6 shirts out. They had over 50 pins on this pin board of the same pin. So I'm like, well, I'm not gonna get the shirt because it's not gonna fit me. I don't care about the deal. So I grab the pin, I look at the back, it's $10, and it has a barcode. So I go and wait in line. When it came to my turn, I got up there and I sat my 2 things down, shirt and the pin on top of it. And she immediately looks at the pin and goes, well, you can't buy this. And I'm like, well, I'm sorry, what do you mean I can't buy it? It was right over there. She goes, you can't buy it without the shirt. It's a package deal. You can't get it without it. And I'm just like, oh, okay. I was able to buy the Grand Carnival pin without a shirt, and she got really nasty with me, and she was like, well, that's not my problem. I'm not selling this to you. I can't sell it to you without a shirt. They weren't supposed to sell it to you either. And kind of was like, I doubt that they even sold that to you. And immediately I was taken aback. That right there, and I immediately opened up my bag, showed her the receipt where I had purchased the pin. I picked the pin up and I said, so what you're saying is even though there is a barcode and a price on this pin, and then I flipped the pin over to show her, I said, I cannot purchase this without a t-shirt. And she snatches the pin out of my hand, tells me no, she's not going to sell me this pin, and then sets it off to the side. At that point, I just kind of gave up. I was honestly at that point in tears. I paid and I went out, and at that point, fireworks were already over. I missed the fireworks because of this. I was in tears. I looked at Mark and I was just like, this was not okay. So I ended up going through the guest services where I talked to somebody there, and essentially they were like, yeah, there's nothing we can do. I mean, she shouldn't have talked to you that way, but other than that, there's nothing we can do about this, which is very upsetting, because why would I buy a shirt that does not fit me just so I could have the pin? That makes no sense at all to me. That it just blows my mind. This whole experience really just blew my mind, because I've been going to Kings Island for 4 years and I've never ever been treated like this by an employee, by guest services. I was in guest services 3 times that day, and never once were the issues really, it was all like, okay, there's that, go on your way. So this experience was just awful. It honestly hurt my feelings, and it made me feel like, as a patron that comes in and spends thousands of dollars, my pass that I pay on every year is over $1,000. And to feel so unwanted, to feel so like I don't matter, I'm just money. When I told them specifically, I said, I don't want the shirt, I just want the pin. Not having the shirt in my size is fine. I will purchase the pin. That is no problem. I'm not trying to get the pin for free, nothing like that. I just want the pin. I think the pin is cool. Didn't happen. So that was my experience from Saturday. Honestly, I've never had an experience like this, and it makes me really think twice about going back to Kings Island. And it also makes me think twice about renewing my Platinum Pass, because if this is how they're going to treat their guests, I don't want to give them my money. Anyway, sorry to end this vlog negatively. Hopefully the next vlog will be better. But other than that, stay awesome, and thanks for watching.